a council. Please note all phone calls are recorded for training and quality purposes. Please press 1 for the automated payment line, 2 to set up a direct debit for your council tax, 3 to speak to a customer service officer, and 8...
No, it should be there. I mean,
oh, yes. Yes. Mrs. Piddins put the details on. How can I help?
I have a few questions regarding this because we may be filing an application in court.
Right.
Are you the one responsible for this? I mean, I know sometimes these things are done automatically, but are you the one who's actually responsible for having the summons issued?
Yes.
Okay.
But they are done on batch. They're not done individually.
Okay.
So if there's been an error, I can rectify that.
Okay.
You want to give me the circumstances?
Well, let me. Are you? Can you confirm that there is evidence proving jurisdiction over the answer on the property?
I don't understand what you mean.
Well, is there jurisdiction to issue a summons and make demands that they pay a certain amount of money?
Well, the legislation is quite clear on council tax matters. If we send a bill and it's unpaid, and we send a reminder and that's unpaid, then a summons would be issued.
Well, I understand that. What I'm asking is, can you confirm if there's any jurisdiction over them that would, where these demands would have any validity at all?
I really don't know what you're asking me.
Do you not understand the legal concept of jurisdiction?
No.
Okay,
I don't know. I don't know what you mean by jurisdiction. I don't know what context you mean in.
Well, in this, I'm telling you,
they are liable. They are liable to pay a charge because they either rent the property or own the property. In which case, they've been issued a bill, and if the bill is unpaid, then we would take recovery action to recover the money.
Well, I understand. So you don't understand. You don't understand the legal concept of jurisdiction. Basically, what gives your actions any validity. So if there's no jurisdiction to issue the summons or to make demands on them in the first place, then those demands would be invalid. So it looks to me like you're under the impression that just because the property is in this area, that the laws, including the Tax Act, I think it was of '92,
including the what? Sorry.
Pardon?
You said including something. I didn't catch what you said.
Including the, I guess it was the Income Tax Act of '92, or the Council Tax Act of '92.
The Local Government Finance Act.
So, all right, now can you confirm there's any evidence that these laws actually apply to them?
Well, just let me have a look to see why we've sent them a bill. Just give me a moment. Yeah, we have information that was supplied by Bell Lettings when a tenant moved out. The names of the tenants were given to us, and the information says that we are to send bills to the landlord, which was Mrs. Hotel, Grove Road, Beckles. Are you saying that she's not the owner of the property?
No, what I'm asking for, just like with the issue of jurisdiction, is if you have any actual evidence to show that these laws that you're charging them under are applicable to them in the first place.
Well, they're applicable to them if they own a property, yes.
But do you have any evidence beyond what the law says that the laws actually apply?
I really don't know what you mean.
Okay.
Have you read the Local Government Finance Act. Are you familiar with it?
I think I've skimmed it before, but my issue is, are you applying, because it seems to be that everyone, who calls himself a government, whether it's the UK or Australia or, Canada, believe that the laws apply just because the property of someone's located in a certain physical area. So my question is there any actual evidence to show that these laws apply? And it seems to be that the best you can do is that maybe correct me if I'm wrong, that the laws apply because the laws say so.
Well, that's right, isn't it?
Well, that would be circular law. I mean, is that your position, that the laws apply because the laws say so?
Yes.
Well, let me write that down. So the issue I have with that is that it's not actual evidence that the laws are applicable. It's just circular logic. I mean, we could turn around and say, well, Ms. Carr, the laws don't apply because, well, the laws don't apply. Would you accept that from me?
Well, I think you would have to go along to the court and we can ask the magistrates to make a judgment on that.
Well, you've already put it into court, and so...
Yeah.
And the only thing that you have to bring to the court that the laws are applicable is to say the laws apply because the laws say so.
Well, there is a person at the court who is a qualified solicitor, and they will take your arguments and my arguments.
So the qualified solicitor is going to take your argument, the laws apply because the laws say so. And that's what he's going to present in court?
Well, I'll read the legislation out and I'll say if those people are the owners of that property, then they are due to pay the council tax. Because
you have no actual evidence that the laws apply. All you have is the laws apply because the laws say so.
Yeah.
Okay. And you believe that you're acting in good faith, that you can bring and force these people to participate in this on nothing more than the circular the laws apply because the laws say so?
Do you live in this country?
I hardly see how that's an issue.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to go around in circles. You've asked me that question four times now.
No, that was actually different.
If you're not happy with the answer that I'm giving you, then you can go along to the court, and we'll leave it up to them whether they'll make a judgment against them.
Well, actually, ma'am, it's a different question. I was asking you if you believe you're acting in good faith.
It wasn't. It was the same question that you've asked me 4 times.
No, it was the first time I asked you if you were acting in good faith by bringing a circular argument into court. I only asked you that one time. So it's kind of ironic that you'll say we're going around in circles. So, I mean, you don't have to answer.
Do you have the summons in front of you?
I'm looking at it, yes.
And do you have the information that went along with that, the leaflet that is enclosed with the summons?
Yeah, I do.
Have you read it?
Yeah.
So what more information would you like me to give you?
I just wanted to ask you, because you haven't answered yet, do you believe that you're acting in good faith, and you brought this summons in good faith when all you rely on is a circular argument, the laws apply because the laws apply?
Well, I'm going to have to say yes.
So you believe that you're acting in good faith when you brought a summons with no evidence?
No evidence of what?
No evidence that the laws apply. All you rely on is a circular law.
If a person lives in this country, then they have to abide by the laws of the country.
What makes you believe that that's true? Do you have any evidence?
I do believe that that's true. And if you don't believe that's true, you must come along to the court and put your argument to the magistrate.
Well, I'm asking. Well, you believe that if
I've answered the question. You've asked me that question twice, and I've answered it twice.
Well, you haven't given me any. You changed your answer.
I don't know what answer you want me to give you.
Well, you made.
I really do not know.
You made your answer a bit broader, and so you're making a statement that if I'm in the country, I have, the laws apply. Do you have any facts to prove that?
This summons isn't even to you.
No, that's not relevant though. I'm helping those it was issued against, and I have a valid power of attorney.
In what capacity are you helping these people?
What capacity?
Are you a qualified solicitor?
I don't think that's even relevant. I think that an answer to the question would be, what facts do you rely on to prove that just because me or the are in physically in the UK or in England, that these laws apply?
And are you saying they don't?
Pardon?
Are you saying that they don't?
I'm saying I have not gotten any evidence from you because you're the one making the assertion. You're the one who filed a summons in court to force their participation. You're the one, so the burden is on you to support your arguments. That's why your position is that if they're, they or anyone else is in England, that these laws apply, and I want to know what evidence, if any, you have to prove that.
I need evidence to prove that somebody has to pay council tax.
Yes, unless you're bringing a petition or a summons into court, you're forcing people to participate, people you've never met before, and you're forcing them to participate. And so, yes,
forcing them to pay the tax that is due.
That's what you're trying to do. Yes, you're forcing them. And so you have put this into court as if you have a valid cause of action. You think you're acting in good faith, and you believe that, well, if who's ever here has to follow these laws, and I've asked you for evidence to actually prove that, and instead you accuse me of asking you the same question. You start questioning my qualifications. You're doing everything but actually answering what facts you rely on to back up your argument.
Well, if you've read the legislation, that is legislation that has been passed in Parliament that says everybody who owns a property in this country has to pay council tax.
Right. I get that. I understand
so
you're saying that.
So why are you saying that I don't have any evidence that somebody has to pay the council tax?
Because all you have
that law is evidence in itself.
The law is evidence, and that's circular. That's when you're saying that when you're beginning and ending with the same issue.
Are you saying that you don't agree with the law?
I'm saying I don't agree with your application of it here because I don't believe you have any actual evidence, and I believe we've gone through that. You believe the laws apply because the laws say so.
What is the purpose of your phone call?
My purpose of the phone call is to find out if you were bringing the summons in good faith, if you had any evidence to actually prove.
Well, I have evidence here to say that the people that you are representing are the owners of this property, and therefore they are liable to pay the council tax.
Sounds like a non sequitur, though. Where is the evidence that the laws apply in the first place? And I'll be right there, dear. Because all
the evidence has gone through Parliament and has been passed by MPs who we vote into Parliament.
And the evidence that's
the evidence.
And the evidence that's applicable to them just because they're in the area. That's what I'm getting.
Because we own the property.
And okay, so beyond.
And that is the law of this land.
Okay, and the evidence that it applies to them?
The evidence is that they own a property, so they are therefore liable to pay council tax.
Again, we get back to because the laws apply because the law says so. Okay, if that's what you want to go on. All right, I think we've got enough. We'll be filing an application in court, and we'll see what your solicitor has to present.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye.